development of resources, then Earth Summit, then sustainable development, then resource planning, this all part we have discussed in last day. I hope you have read this in your home. Now today we will start from resource conservation. This topic, resource conservation, also we will discuss later, because in this chapter we will get land and soil resources. When this topic we will explain or discuss, on the time also we will discuss about or explain about resource conservation. Today we will start from land resources. Land resources. We live on land, we perform our economic activity on land. That's why land is most important resources in our life. We can do different type of economic activity like primary activity, agriculture, fishing, mining, secondary activity like industry, and also tertiary activity like transport and communication. All these happen with the help of land resources. That's why land resources is very important. All over the country there are major three type of landforms we can found. This is mountain, plain, plateau. In class 9 you have read about these physical features or physical division of our country. On that time mountain, plain and plateau have in our country, you know that. So if you will see that this mountain, plain and plateau, their percentage wise, their 43% is acquired by plain, 30% acquired by mountain and 27% acquired by plateau. That's why it is also very important. 43% is plain. In that plain region, so many states are also situated, you know, like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam, all are situated in the plain land. And you know that in class 9 you have read the population chapter, population of India. On that time you have seen the maximum people try to live in that plain land. Obviously plain land, mountain and plateau have different importance. That's why people try to live on that plain land, because they have a great opportunity from agricultural perspective as well as communication, settlement, different reason. So land resources, mountain, plain and plateau, the percentage wise, this is the distribution of our country. Now another portion, it is the land utilization. This is very important. So many MCQ or short question will come in this topic, land utilization. Land utilization. Land utilization is also very important, and based on land utilization, land are classified in a different type. The first one, it is the forest. Obviously it is very common, or you know that forest, that means the area which is covered by thick vegetation or natural vegetation is called forest. Then another part, this is number 2, land not available for cultivation. It is important. Land not available for cultivation. Obviously you know that what is the meaning of the term cultivation? Growing crops. Growing crops. The land not available for cultivation, that means the land which is not used for cultivation. This part or this type of land included in this category. This is there are two parts. Number one, it is the barren or wasteland, and second one, land put to non-agricultural work. Like which type of non-agricultural work? Like set up building, road, etc. The land not available for cultivation, this is two types, barren or wasteland. Barren and wasteland means this land have not used for any type of work. This land have not used for our different type of requirements. This is the barren land or wasteland, means unused land. And another one, land put to non-agricultural work, set of building, roads, etc. Now another, number 3, other uncultivated land. Other uncultivated land. Other uncultivated land excluding fallow land. Excluding fallow land. Excluding fallow land, other uncultivated land. Among this part, there are 3 types. Excluding fallow land, the number 1 is permanent pasture. Pasture land. Permanent pasture land means which is used for grazing purpose. Which is used for grazing purpose. It is the permanent pasture land. Then another one, land other miscellaneous tree crops groves. Land under miscellaneous trees, crops, etc. Except cultivation, when land used for setup or for planting different type of trees, it is the land under miscellaneous trees, crops, groves, excluding net sown area. What is net sown area? I will discuss later. Then another one, culturable wasteland. It is very important. Culturable wasteland. Culturable wasteland, that means the land which is left or uncultivated for more than 5 agricultural year. 5 agricultural year means from today, before 5 agricultural year, on that time this land used for cultivation, but from the last 5 agricultural year, more than last 5 agricultural year, this land have not used for cultivation. This is the culturable wasteland. Very important. The other uncultivated land, there are 3 parts: permanent pasture, land under miscellaneous tree crop groves, and also culturable wasteland. This culturable wasteland is also very important. It will come as a MCQ in your board exam also. Now another part, this is the fallow land. Fallow land. Fallow land means it is the same. It is not a barren or wasteland. Fallow land means recently, due to some reason, this land have not used for any other work. But once upon a time, it was used for different purpose. Now, some reason we will not use this. This is the fallow land. There are 3 types. Fallow lands are also another 2 part. Number 1, current fallow. Number 2, other than current fallow. current fallow and other than current fallow. Current fallow means this land current fallow which is not used less than 1 agricultural year. Only for a few months this land have not utilized, or less than 1 agricultural year this land have not used. That's why it is the current fallow. And other than current fallow? Other than current fallow are those land which is also uncultivated for 5, not more than 5 or not less than 1 agricultural year. That means in between 1 to 5 agricultural year this land have not been used. These 3, cultivable wasteland, current fallow and other than current fallow, I will explain again, you will listen. And after that the last portion, this is the net sown area. This is the net sown area. Number 5, this is the net sown area. Net sown area. There are another also term. This is the gross crop area. Also have in your book gross crop area. What is this? Net sown area and gross crop area, both are also similar. Net sown area means the land area, but the land which use for growing crops one in a year. It is the net sown area. The land which used for growing crops once in a year. It is the net sown area or NSA. Now gross crop area. Gross crop area means net sown area plus those land which is used for growing crop more than 1 in a year. The net sown area NSA plus NSA, but net sown area plus the area which use for growing crops, which use for growing crops more than one in a year. This is the gross crop area. It is also important. The net sown area and gross crop area. Land which is used for growing crops once in a year, it is net sown area, and net sown area plus the area which is used for more than 1 in a year. The total area is called gross crop area. These are the land utilization in India. Now these 3 parts I have told that cultivable wasteland, according to the age or according to the year, if you will arrange it, these 3 parts, cultivable wasteland, current fallow, other than current fallow. Now you will see. First, cultivable wasteland. The land which is not used more than 5 agricultural year. It is the cultivable wasteland. Now another one, it is the other than current fallow. Other than current fallow, the land which is not used 1 to 5 agricultural year. 1 to 5 agricultural year. And last one is current fallow. The land which is not used less than 1 agricultural year. This three part is very important. These are culturable wasteland, other than current fallow, and current fallow according to the year gap. They more than 5 agricultural year. More than 5 agricultural year, it is culturable wasteland. From 1 to 5 agricultural year, the land have not utilized. This is the other than current fallow. And less than 1 agricultural year, the land which is not used, it is the current fallow. These are the three part also have in land utilization. So net sown area, gross crop area, all these part, culturable wasteland, current fallow, other than current fallow, these you will prepared for your exam. MCQ question or any definition, any short question will come from that part. Now another topic in this chapter. This is the land utilization in India. Land use pattern. Land use pattern in India. Land use pattern. What is land use? When we will use land for different purpose, this is the land use. You know, Indian maximum people engage with agriculture. So on that point of view, we can say that the India's maximum land used for agricultural work. India's maximum land used for agricultural work. But apart from agriculture, land also utilized for different purpose. So you will read that India's total land area, if you will consider at 100%, 93% have utilized. In the northeastern state, excluding Assam, rest of the state, these areas have not proper surveyed, and also some parts of our country occupied by Pakistan and China. That's why this area have not utilized properly. And the rest of the part, land use pattern in India, we will utilize the land for different purpose. The first one is agriculture. You know, India's agriculturally productive part of our country, lots of crops are produced in our country. That's why from agricultural part or agricultural purpose, we will use land. Now, number 2, it is mining. Due to the mining activity, we will utilize the land. You have seen all over the country, there are so many mines. Those are plateau region. You know, there are rich deposits of mineral. And this plateau region or on that state like Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, some northeastern state also, there are lots of mining activity. People depends on mining activity, different type of valuable mineral we can get from that part. So on that areas, land use as a mining. Now some parts you will see that pasture or grazing land. Pasture or grazing land. Pasture or grazing land means you have seen some people, they reared their domestic animal in that areas. So this land used as a pasture or grazing land. And also another part, set up industry. Number 5, set up road. Number 6, set up buildings. Houses, etc. So all these different purpose our country's land utilize. Agriculture, mining, pasture or grazing land, set up industry, set up road, and also set up building houses. For this part, our country's land have utilized. Now also another topic, the land degradation and land conservation. land degradation and land conservation. Land degradation and land conservation. What is the meaning of degradation? When land's quality are deteriorating, that means land quality declining. This is the term degradation. There are several reasons. That's why land degradation have occurred in our country. Now we will discuss about the land degradation. First of all, you know, I have already told the land used for agriculture, mining, pasture or grazing land, set up industry, set up building houses, etc. So due to that reason, when this type of activity have used excessive way on the time, it create some problems. So all over the country, land degradation have also found, but different state there are different reason. First of all, land degradation, the first reason is mining. Due to mining activity, some state like Jharkhand, Odisha, then Chhattisgarh, this state land degradation occurred due to the mining activity. Then some state over irrigation. You know, Punjab and Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh, there are large size agricultural land, and also Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh, this part have not received sufficient amount of rainfall. So that's why they depends on irrigation. What is irrigation? Supplying water in agricultural field is called irrigation. So due to the over utilization of water, that means groundwater, we have seen maximum part of our country in that particular state, Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh. In that state, they are facing land degradation due to the excessive use of groundwater or over irrigation. This is the reason for that state. Now, another reason, overgrazing. Some state like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, this state facing land degradation due to the overgrazing, and common reason, you know, due to the modernization of our country as well as all over the world, deforestation. These are the another important reason for land degradation in our country. So in our country, there are several reasons for land degradation in a different state. Different state, there are several reasons for land degradation. But you know that when we will read about the land degradation, obviously most important, the conservation. Conservation means prevent this degradation, prevent this deterioration. This is conservation. There are also some measures have taken by government or common people for land conservation. The land conservation, there are several way or measure for conservation of land. When we will discuss about the soil conservation, it is also similar. The measures are similar for land conservation and soil conservation. The first one is afforestation. Afforestation is the most important way for conservation of land. That means, what is afforestation? I think you know. Increasing the number of plants or plantation is a way for the land conservation. Number 2, awareness among the people. It is most important. Awareness among the people. If educated people, they aware their surroundings people, then we can also control the land degradation. Another part, shelter belt. Shelter belts. This is also a way for land conservation or prevent the land degradation. Then industrial waste disposal. From industry, lots of wastage material are coming out and it will mix with the land and also pollute the land. So before the releasing of these materials, if we will filter it, industrial areas or industrialists, if they filtered their waste material, after that they release this or discharge this, then it also help for the land conservation. So all these part are the measures or way of land conservation. Now another topic we will discuss, this is the soil. This is the soil. It is also an important resource, soil is also important resource. So first of all, what is soil? A grainy substance which is situated on the earth's surface, and it is the thinnest layer of the earth's surface or thinnest part of the earth crust is called soil. A grainy substance which is situated in the top layer or top portion, and it is the thinnest part of the earth crust is called soil. In your book, have a diagram, a picture of soil profile. In class 8 also you have read this, soil profile. Soil profile means from top to bottom we will shown the different layer of soil. It is called soil profile. So soil profile, it is the top soil, it is the subsoil, it is the weathered rock, it is the bedrock or parent rock. The horizontal, this vertical division of different layers, A horizon, B horizon and C horizon, all together is called soil profile. This bedrock and parent rock, it is most important because these bedrock's characteristics carried by this soil. After the weathering, then this rock converted into the soil. Now another part, this is the different types of soil found in India. In your book also have a map. This map also you will follow because map pointing will come from that part. So different types of soil, the alluvial soil, then the black soil, then the laterite soil, then red and yellow soil, then arid soil, and the last one is the forest soil. Now first one is alluvial soil. Among these different type, alluvial soil is the most important because in India maximum portion or maximum plain region you can find the alluvial soil. Alluvial soil formed by the erosion and depositional work of river. That's why this soil is very fertile and it is most important because all the crops, major crops in India produced from this alluvial soil. So northern plain, West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Assam, Punjab, Haryana, you can find the alluvial soil. Alluvial soil are also two part. One is Khadar and Bhangar. This is the two part of alluvial soil. The khadar, last year also you have read this, the new alluvial soil is called khadar and old alluvial is called bhangar. What are the difference between khadar and bhangar? It is also important question. So in your question, in your examination, this question will come. You write a short note of alluvial soil. On that time, you will explain about the distribution of soil, what is the characteristics of soil, and these different types of subpart of alluvial soil. Now the black soil. The another name of black soil is regur soil or black cotton soil. Why black cotton soil? Because this black soil help for growing cotton in the Deccan Plateau, that means the southern part of India, maximum state Karnataka, Maharashtra, or some parts of Andhra Pradesh, some parts of Kerala, we can found this black soil. Black soil developed from the igneous rock and the color is black. That's why it is important. So another name of black soil is the regur soil. It is important short question, and black soil help for growing cotton. So after that, another type, this is the laterite soil. So laterite soil, later is a Latin word, means brick. The soil is look like a brick color. This is the laterite soil. So laterite soil are found those region the rainfall is also very less, the temperature also very high. On that part you can found the laterite soil. When this laterite soil, if you will adding some manures or some fertilizer, it is appropriate for cultivation. Now another part, this is the red and yellow soil. Red and yellow soil, the color, according to the color, the name red. When this red soil getting water and after the chemical reaction with water, this color will be changed and it become a yellow. Why the color will become red? Because in this soil the iron part are also present. That's why red and yellow soil, it is not very important, because any few part of our country we can found this red and yellow soil, and agriculturally this soil is not very useful. After that, arid soil. Arid soil are found are dry region. Dry region means, you know, in our country the northwestern part in Rajasthan, it is the some parts of Gujarat, it is the arid region or dry region. So this arid soil is also very important. Arid soil, and on that part sand, maximum part sand also you can found in this arid soil. This is less fertile and generally cactus vegetation grown on that area. Date palm also we can found in this arid soil. And the last part, it is the forest soil. Forest soil means this soil agriculturally not very important. If we will remove the forest area, then this soil we can use for cultivation, or some stress farming we can found in this forest soil area. But maximum time, maximum place of our country, you can found those are mountain region, there are thick vegetation, we can found this forest soil. So step farming also you can found in this forest soil. Now the last topic in this portion, it is the soil erosion and soil conservation. Soil erosion and soil conservation. What is soil erosion? You know, due to some reason when soil eroded, this is soil erosion and soil conservation. Soil erosion, there are two terms. One is gully erosion, and another one is badland. These two terms also you will prepare. The gully erosion means, in your book also have a picture. When water are flowing very high speed, then the soil are eroded in a channel. It is called gully erosion. And also another term also have, it is the sheet erosion. Sheet erosion, when the large areas, the thinnest part of soil remove due to some reason, it is a sheet erosion. The soil gully erosion and sheet erosion are not same. Gully erosion means like the eroded, the soil erode in a channel, in a thinnest channel is called gully erosion, and when the sheet or large part are removed due to some reason, it is the sheet erosion. And badland means after the erosion, when the soil is not appropriate for cultivation or not appropriate for utilization, it is the badland. This is the three part of soil erosion, and different reasons are there also why soil are eroded, you know that. And the last topic in this chapter, this is the soil conservation. Now we will note that what are the measures have taken. The first one is mulching. It is the process of soil conservation. Second one is terrace farming. Number 3, this is afforestation. Number 4, it is the contour plowing. Number 5, this is shelter belt. Shelter belt also I have told in land conservation. So mulching, the straw like material when covered in the top portion of soil for getting moisture and also removed or also prevent for the wind erosion. This is the process of mulching. The straw like material which is covered on the soil for preventing the wind erosion, as well as this help for kept moisture in the soil. Now terrace farming. Terrace farming in a step farming. In a mountain region you can found for preventing the water velocity as well as conservation of soil. This terrace farming or step farming you can found. In the mountain region you will found this type of step farming. There also crop are also produced. Now afforestation also you know. Then contour plowing. Contour plowing means, what is the contour? The same altitudinal place which will communicate with an imaginary line, it is contour. So along the contour line when plowing you have done for conservation of soil, it is the contour plowing. And shelter belt in a row or column wise when trees are planted, it is the shelter belt. Generally this shelter belt have found in coastal region or desert region for preventing the wind erosion. So these are the measures have taken for the soil conservation. This is the first chapter completed. Up to this you will read in your home. Next day we will start next chapter. Thank you.